Okay, just a little bit more cleanup on this one. Let's go into his nose. Okay, so I'm just looking. There's kind of a funny corner here in the nose I'm not crazy about, so I'm just going to get the multi-cut tool. Oh, you bastard! Go from there to there. And then if I take this one from here to here, and then I take this one from here. Come on, you bastard. There! There! And I'm just going to take that edge out. And this one, and we got all these happy quads. And I can grab any component around this hole in the nose, and I'm just going to go to mesh. I'm going to hit fill hole, and then I'll get my multi-cut again. And let's see if I can do this. Something like this. Stare at these and see if I can make sense out of them, make them into happy, happy little quads. And there. And that is happy quads. I've just lucked out. That was too easy. Okay, so let's just go in here and grab these faces. La 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 la. There, great. I've grabbed those faces. I should double check. It looks like I got something on the other side. Okay, great. And I'm just going to go and extrude these. Control E. And I'll switch from local to global. Let's go in and pull these up. You know, you can just switch to the move tool, but then if you switch to just the move tool when you do something like this, and I don't want to pull it over this edge, I can't use the divisions. I'm just going to crank in a few divisions. That should be plenty. Plenty. And then I can also take those vertices right there, and I'll just go mesh, and I'm just going to edit mesh, sorry. And if I go into average vertices, I just hit G a few times. There, I rounded them out. You can grow them. Come on, you bastard. Grow! What am I using wrong? Oh, it's because I'm probably on the multi-cut tool. If I switch to the move tool, when I hold down control and I right-click, I hold down control and I right-click, object mode, where the hell is my grow? That's strange. Control, right-click, grow. Huh. Display. Actually, it's under selection. And what I was trying to trigger was grow. That's weird. And then I was just going to average. So go back here to edit mesh and average vertices. Might be that something to do with my component selection. So what if I'm just going to test this out again. If I grab one vertice and hold down control, right click, there's grow selection. Don't know why it didn't trigger earlier. Okay. Maybe it's because it thinks I'm on the shape node or something. Anyway, just going to get rid of some history. Nostril is filled. Eye is filled. Something I might consider as I'm kind of finishing up here. Around the eye, I'm kind of looking and I kind of see that some of these are a little bit hard edged. I know they'll kind of look okay when they're smooth, but if I just go in here and I pop in an edge loop, edge ring and split, and I just go to the split itself and insert with edge flow, bloop, that rounds it out. You can also remember that if you grab just the insert edge loop tool and you hold down, was it shift? Boop, it'll automatically put on edge flow for you. So I'm just going to put a few of those on. And I think that should be good. What else am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of half of this model. Actually, maybe before I get rid of half of it, I should clean up a few things. I noticed a few things that are funny. I'm not sure how that one happened. I suspect if I go to the quad draw. Actually, just hold on a second. If I select this thing first as an object, go into quad draw, and okay, it doesn't think it's live or anything like that. What if I hold down shift here to relax? Okay, that one's not working. So you know what? Let's go to the other one. Let's get out of quad draw. And if I right click and I go down here to paint and I go to sculpt, you get the old Maya sculpting tool. And I tend to like this one just a little bit better. Okay, there. And you can see that, yeah, there's some other garbage that happened over here, like this thing. Okay, that's a quick fix. It looks like somehow I wasn't paying attention when I was doing the quad draw. If I go from here to here, bloop, and then I go back and I get rid of that edge. Great. And then I can go back to that paint, and I think I've got it right here. There. Relax. Okay, and was there one other one I saw up in here? Some other ones, maybe... you know, sometimes I kind of feel like I'm showing too many things, but just me being fussy. Fussy. I don't like that one right there. That's bugging me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick little thing here. I'm just going to grab... let's see, is it going to be this edge? It's going to be this edge. And I'm going to go and get the insert edge loop. And if I hold down shift, I can pop in an edge loop that goes in. Okay, great. And it went in through the mouth, and it went and did some things over here, went to the other side. Great, and it stopped. And then I'm also going to go in, if I hold down shift and I do it again, right here, this is going to go through to the other side. Great. And then I can get my multi-cut tool. And I just think that one looks better. And this is also going to help me right around the wrinkles of the eyes here. Actually, maybe I should have taken it up through this one here. This one could have been cut in half a little bit easier. You could also do things like here, if I go and I grab that edge to say here, I can use, like, under mesh tools, there's a thing here called slide edge tool, and I'll slide that down so it's somewhere kind of in the middle. And you can do that with this one as well. Come on, you bastard. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Middle click, slide it down. Yes. And then I'll go back to this tool for a second and just kind of see if I can even that out and smooth that out. And great. Okay. And that makes my mesh all nice and uniform because I've got the relax function on. Okay, great. And maybe with me being picky, still being picky. Well, let's actually just get rid of half of this thing. And get this face, double click. And that should go the whole way through the body here. I can just get rid of this thing. And actually, I can kind of see that I probably could have... You know what? Just before I do that, something else I didn't do. I filled in the back of the mouth here, but it still feels like I could have a bit more geometry in here. So I'm just going to do a little bit more of this. Control, pop one here, there, and just break this up a little bit. I could... Oops, crap. Yeah, that should be good enough right around there. That's maybe just one extra too many that I probably don't necessarily need. And that area in the back of the mouth here looks like there's kind of a funny hard edge, and I'm just going to be picky about it, and I'll just kind of smooth it out a little bit. Make it all seem evenish. Okay, more than good enough. Now let's get rid of half of this thing. Boop. Boop. Oh, wrong side. There we go. Double click. Boop. Done. Done. Anything I don't like on here, just looking from this side, everything looks fine. And the only thing that was bugging me is this kind of little thing that I did in here is bothering me now. I'm staring at it and I'm just being picky. And so I'm just going to take that one out. And then if I use the insert edge whoop, and if I hold down there, and I can pop another one in here, get the multi-cut tool. I'm going to go from there to there. Oh, you bastard. I just hit backspace to get rid of that. And let's take this thing. And here I'll do this again. And then... There. And that thing back there, no one's going to notice that at all. If I really want to, I could go in and, you know, relax that area in the back of the eye too, and I really don't think anyone's going to see all that crap back there. That should be more than good. And let's just go to the front view and double check and make sure everything's lined up. So I'm just going to grab the vertices here and go into wireframe so you can see what I'm doing. And we're at the 9-minute mark. Okay. This one's just kind of a boring tutorial of me lining everything up just before I get too excited. And I might lay out the UVs on this as well, just because I know that'll speed the process up before I mirror it across. And you can see right there, there's some obvious ones that are going to have some problems. And there's some here too. You can kind of see they're a little bit lap-sided. Got the move tool on. The move tool, if I hold down W and I check, I'm going to make sure keep spacing is off. There's no check mark on it. So that means when I hold down X, boop, there, I just snapped them all and they just snapped it to the grid. Yay! Okay, and anything else I need to worry about here? Not really, just get rid of the history again. And I think everything's going to be fine. Anything funny? Not crazy about that geometry flow right there, but I'm going to leave it. And not crazy about this one either. But again, I'm just going to leave it for the sake of speed. I don't think anyone's going to notice that too much. And if I go in and I mirror this thing, if you hold down Shift, you right click, mirrors right here, there's options for it. I don't like automatic, I put it on 0.001. It's going to merge them together based on world position. Bloop. Okay, and that should be good. And actually I didn't do the thing where I was going to lay out UVs, but I can do that later on if I have to. This is good, and we're going to go and take a quick look at this other model that I have on here. So the other one, I just go in and I grab it. I'm just going to make it live, and I'll grab the other model here, and I'm going to get on the quad draw. I'm just going to see if I can take advantage of some of those little features here on the quad draw that I really like the relax feature. And I'm just going to turn on the soft selection, and I'm going to make sure that symmetry is on, World X. Okay, and so when I go in here and I hold down Shift, I'm going to see if that smooths and makes some things stick to the mesh a little bit more. I probably should be saving. We're going to see if I crash. Feels like something laggy happening when I do this. Okay, some of them are taking their sweet time to stick. What about right here in the nose area? Nothing's really relaxing that much. And was that thing in the throat? I already got rid of that. That's mirrored on the other side. Everything's happy times. Okay. And I'm just going to turn off the make live. And I guess there was one more thing. I'm not crazy about my hands, so I got to still do the hands before I mirror. And I'll do that in another video. We'll do hands!